every game there's an outcome. So you judge how you performed and prepared.
Hello and welcome. Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady became the first player in NFL history to win 7 Super Bowl championships. As the NFL's all-time leader in QB wins, touchdown passes, championships won, and Super Bowl MVPs, Brady has long since erased any doubt that he is the greatest of all-time quarterback. Brady has 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 championships, and 5 Super Bowl MVPs. He's also the oldest player to ever play in the Super Bowl. He joins Baseball Hall of Famer Frank Robinson and 12-time NBA All-Star Oscar Robertson as the only sports icons to win championships in their first year with a new team. Brady was drafted by the New England Patriots in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft. Initially, he served as a backup quarterback and played in only 1 game during his first season. It's important not to look at any event as a failure. Instead, view it as a learning experience.
You're always looking for someone to really challenge you and help you grow.
Waiting on the bench to get his opportunity didn't happen in just the NFL. Brady was forced to sit behind several quarterbacks in college, and then in his final 2 years at Michigan, had to fight with Drew Henson for time on the field. That only helped Brady become the fiery, competitive player he is today. We're all hardwired to learn by trial and error, which makes failure built into how we grow. Success is good, but failure can actually be better. We learn more from failure. Don't let success go to your head, and don't let failure or fear of failure consume you. For many, it's easy to simply give up when things don't work out. But the reality is you're going to fail a lot. But failure doesn't mean you aren't good enough. Failure simply means there's something to be learned or another direction to be taken. Failure is a redirection. It shows you where you shouldn't be. Failure is an opportunity. It's a chance to reevaluate and come back stronger. Failure is not fatal. No matter how hard it may be, know that failure simply means you get another shot. So fail and fail often. Failure won't kill you, but fear to fail may just keep you from success.
So all those things that just continue to reiterate.
We had all this success, and I was like, this is my life had changed so much. And then we went a long period of time without winning a Super Bowl because it's hard to do. And then we won in 2014. Those things have changed me in my life. I've evolved. I've grown so much since I started. And, just based on the circumstances of my life, I can deal with them better than I have in the past, where it was really the only thing. And it's not that it's not an important thing. It's just there's a lot of other important things in my life, especially, my family and, my kids, and teaching them the lessons that I hope that they'll learn just from watching me do something I love to do. When you win, it's amazing feeling. You've reached the top. You're in this competitive sport. You sacrifice year round, and NFL is obviously extremely competitive. It's the most intense 5 months of my life. Going through those seasons. So it's hard to judge the whole season by one game. And it's by one player, one series. It's all about the season, the journey, and the commitment that you made. So, would I rather win? Of course, I want to win. That's why I'm playing. I'm playing to win. But I'm also playing to get the most out of myself, because I'm very fortunate to have something I love so much as my career.
No one else can get him into. So that's a unique player. I mean, you look at certain receivers that have been able to do that, or certain, running backs that are able to do that. I mean, and he's at that type of a caliber of player. I think if I'm in mile 21, you're not going, man, that was a great 21 miles I ran. You're still thinking like, I still got 4 or 5 miles to go, and I got to make those my best miles. And if I don't, I'm letting myself down. Why shouldn't I? I've got, I know what to do. I know my players. I know the offense. I feel good. Why shouldn't these be great games? So I think it's probably more frustrating. I think managing frustration is probably harder for me now than it was when I was younger, because when you're younger, you maybe accept at a lower standard. I think as you get older, you realize you've seen the best. I played with Hall of Famers. I played against Hall of Famers. You see the best, and that's what you aspire to be every day. So how do you deal with frustrations when it's less than that? When you score, I said earlier this year, we scored a few games where we scored 38 points. We should have scored 50. I was frustrated. Before we scored 13 points and we won, I was happy. So I think that's a little bit of a difference. And I think just managing my overall, positive outlook, which I try to have, but there's a lot of daily frustrations.
I still feel like I'm a teenage kid. I'm still trying in my mind to be the best I could be for myself. And I think for for me. I've always felt, pretty strange when people compared me to different players. And when I was young, it was compare me to Peyton Manning and then compare me to, other players. And I've always felt, did I do my best? Did I give my best? Did I give my all? And as long as I felt like I could do that, then that's where my satisfaction is. Because I really don't do it for anybody else. I really do it for my teammates, and I do it to prove to myself that I'm capable of doing it. Why do I still do it? Because I love doing it, because I love the sport and I love the game and I love the preparation. I don't mind the practice. I love the practice. I love the working out and the training. I think some of the other things I don't like are all the things that come along with, a lot of the demands. That's probably, the hard thing for me is probably as an older athlete is, just making sure that I can be available to other people, because again, I'm not getting these years back, and certainly my kids is a big consideration.
Well, everyone has their different belief systems, and I think everyone has their different opinions of, those types of things that you talked about. Certainly as an athlete, I care very much what I put into my body. I think that, all those things are important, and all the little things add up to be big things. So when I'm trying to accomplish things professionally that, in a lot of ways, I'm in uncharted territory. So I've got to do things differently, and I got to evolve over time. I've got things that may have worked in the past, maybe don't work as you move forward. So the lessons that I've learned through my own trial and error, I think I'm at that point in my career where I'm very efficient with what I'm doing. So I try to eat healthy. I try to get the right amount of rest. I try to do the right types of exercise so I can be on the field and be available to my team. I try to be, as productive this time in my career as I was earlier.